Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing game number 2 of a Snute in the right side 3 o'clock position and Solar in the top 12 o'clock position. So this is the finals of the 8 tournament. Yeah, that was a terrible sentence. But yeah, well, it is the 8 tournament. So yeah, this is the finals. That's all there is to it. Anyway, close spawn positions, but both of them scouting in the correct direction. And they're going to meet each other right there, and that means that both of them know where the opponent is, and that means that we're not going to see anything fancy. Obviously, this is still a map that has a huge rush distance. Yeah, that way, and then even further. And there you go, into the enemy base. So huge distance here to travel. I guess this is a two-player map, so obviously they scout in the right direction. So yeah, we're not really expecting anything special here. I'm just expecting a fast expand for both of them into spawning pool, into probably Zerglings and Banelings. Maybe one of them will go air. Very unlikely that they will go roaches, which is not very good on this map because of all the small, well, arch or small hallways, let's say, and a lot of runaround possibilities for the Zerglings. And of course, Zerglings and Banelings will do pretty well against roaches if you can surround a relatively small group of roaches with a big group of Zerglings, which should be more cost effective. So I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of Zerglings and Banelings. But, well, spawning pool is going down after the expansion, and same over here, I'm assuming. Yep, spawning pool going down after the expansion. So, nothing special, to be honest. The gas coming up a little bit earlier here. The extractor just started here for Snute, and we'll have to see what they can actually make out of this. Of course, the earlier gas means that he might actually be able to go for earlier link speed. But yeah, it's not that much of a difference. I mean, there's like a 30-second difference between the two extractors. And, well, they will have to build queens anyway. I mean, queens are going to take up like 300 minerals. Yeah, so 150 times 2, because they want 2. That's 300 minerals that is already needed. So there is no money, no resources for this, this super early link speed. And, well, I guess, yeah, at some point he will start it, but he's just a little bit ahead. I'm assuming it's going to start on the other side as well pretty quickly, because they do want to go for those Zerglings. Nothing special. And yeah, there you go. It is up. So yeah, like 25 seconds behind. Maybe even less. Yeah, well, it's about that. The thing is, these are not actual seconds. In game time, they're even shorter. So game seconds last for less time than actual seconds. What's he doing here with his queens? Oh, just scouting for an overlord, I guess. And there's the overlord to actually help with that spotting. So lots of overlords chasing overlords. There's one over here. Oh, this is just getting attacked by a queen. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, we'll have to see what they tech into, or if they tech into anything, because Baneling nests are going to be up. And are they going to go for the all-out Baneling war, like get speed for that as well, and yeah, I don't know, things like that? Or are they going to go for something completely different, something higher tech? And it does seem that with 2 extra extractors going down, we are going to see some higher tech units here. Whereas, oh, that was just a ling run by. There you go. Not really a big problem. With no gas going down as of yet, well, now he just started one, of course, because that's always when I try to make my points. Yeah, I expect more Zerglings and Banelings from this guy than I expect from this guy, because here, this is definitely a tech choice. And with the 4th extractor being taken as well, I do expect him to kind of defend the entrance of his base and then go for higher tech units behind it somewhere in a hidden spot. So I'm trying to look at, oh, I can just look here, of course. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. So we do see some Zerglings, some Binglings doing their thing, just running around, trying to catch opponents' units off guard, but there aren't any opposing units anywhere. And yeah, 4 against 4 is should be, well, pretty even. Yeah, one Zergling gets out, but that's not a big deal, obviously. It seems that they ran into a Zergling there of some kind. And wow, the Baneling's actually running into a queen, but not running head first into it, because it wouldn't kill it, and that means just wasting your Banelings. You don't want to do that. He's going to try to prevent the which color is it? Red. Okay. He's going to try to prevent the red player from actually expanding, but not really succeeding, because, well, he can just take his base and it gets defended by the queens, no problem. So even with the Banelings right there, because he doesn't have the upgraded speed yet, it is not a big deal. We see a Spire coming up, so as I said, yeah, higher tech units underway might actually be able to go for a surprise thing here. But that all depends on whether or not the Mutalist gets spotted when they try to fly over the wall. Overlord lost, but yeah, well, at this point we should have enough to do that. So, Mutalist coming out, and the first thing they're doing is trying to snipe off an Overlord, it seems. Yeah, so immediately gets spotted. I'm assuming there's going to be a response. Yeah, the response is going to be a Spire of his own, and I'm assuming, yeah, there you go. Some of the Spore Crawlers. Spore Crawlers over here as well. Oh, there's one already done. And he's building an extra one here, so that's 3 in this base. This was a Spire. So that's 4, that's 5, and that's 7. 7 Spore Crawlers versus 8 Mutalists. Yeah, I don't want to be this Mutalist player at all, because obviously that is not going to result in anything. Well, he still managed to instill some fear into his opponent, because obviously this is a lot of, well, investment in Spore Crawlers. So the Mutalist is going to just fly around a little bit. They're going to try to spot something. I'm assuming they saw that, because they have pretty decent vision. But I don't really know. I don't think that Snute actually saw that got spotted. So he might actually try to snipe that later on. And we have some legs going on. Hopefully that clears up before a fight actually breaks out. I'm trying to resolve this. It is because of the... I kind of tried to find out why it's lagging so much. And apparently it's because of the StarCraft's OpenGL usage. So the way they programmed their game causes Fraps to kind of have a problem with it. So I'm looking for a new way to record this game, and I'm sorry I have to pause this. But okay, so finally it seems to have cleared up at least a little bit. And we're going to continue with the Mutalist flying around everywhere. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, he's trying to snipe this now. I don't think he should really do this with Zerglings. Yeah, it would have been so much easier to just do that with the Mutalist. There's no way the Queens can react to that, because there's no creep spread over here, which means that, well, the Queens are super slow. And there you go. He's spreading the creep now in order to try to prevent that from happening a second time. Because he does want his fort base. And is the fort base going down over here? Yeah, no contention there, because, well, he does have the Air Force. And even though you can build a lot of static defenses against an Air Force, it's not going to be super effective when you look at it like this. So, like, as a mobile Air Force. And once again, both of the bases getting sniped. And that means another 250 minerals lost. So yeah, the drone plus the 75 minerals for cancelling it, well, building it and then canceling it. But yeah, more Mutalisks on the other side now. He apparently built up his entire army just until he had more than his opponent, and is now going to try to find the fight. The fight should be no problem to find, but the question is, where are we going to fight? So, are there any spore crawlers? Currently, it seems there are no spore crawlers, and this is a terrible fight to have for the blue player, because he has less Mutalisks, and less Mutalisks means that, yeah, you're going to lose very, very hard, and that was just unfortunate. Just tried to harass, but couldn't get through this this defense of spore crawlers, and that is why building these spore crawlers is, at least in pro games, is like super good, because, well, you can't really get past it without losing too much. And yeah, you saw that the build-up of Mutalisks was eventually good enough to just win the game in one fight, and that is exactly what, well, happened. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.